I'd love to make a living as an ice cream sampler.
Me too. But make that coffee instead.
Novelist for sure. My gosh, I adore researching little novels all day. I'm doing it right now, reading some obscure Connemara folk ballad and folklore. Only in novel research can you put to good use all sorts of obscure research in a romanticized and imaginative way. I'd sit perched in my little attic room with views to the sea, drinking tea and typing out words all night, scouring old libraries and eating bakis. Where daydreaming is a noble thing to do all day. What a dream.
You can be a professional researcher for novelists.
Getting paid to study anything I want for as long as it takes.
Apparently there are people who do this to evaluate college programs. I don't know how to become one of them, but I desperately want to.
Working at a vintage record store so I can talk to people about music all day.
I'd go to that store. I love learning about music.
An astronaut, so that I can study outer space up close and personal. Closing parenthesis.
Watch the movie Return to Space on Netflix. Just saw it the other day. I am also passionate about space. I hope you like the movie. I'd love to be the person who decides the soundtrack of shows and movies. I am in no way qualified to do this. I'd also love to be part of an investigative, intelligence agency.
Could you then also ask them to level the sounds too? So random action scenes don't blast through the screen while normal speaking needs to be turned way up to be heard loudly crying.
I don't know the job title, but I want to work on my own veggie and flower gardens, and visit growers of all scales, personal gardens, homesteaders, family farms, communal farms, commercial family farms, large-scale commercial farms, organic and non-organic, farms centered on regenerative principles, lands practicing permaculture, etc. And visit both plant-based and animal farms. That's a TV series one would 100% watch. I've seen a few of those scenarios in my work life and personal life, and really feel like there's a market. I'm just knowledgeable enough without being a know-it-all. I think I'd be a good host. And it's something that people need to, and would enjoy knowing. But that's just me.
Ever considered making your own YouTube channel?
Run a pet sanctuary, where animals that don't get adopted live out their full lives.
I wish I could open my doors and heart to every single animal who's ever been hurt, sick, orphaned, or abandoned. No question of space, money, time, medication or special needs. They all get all the care they need and all the love they could ever wish for the rest of their lives. Kindergarten teacher, and the dream part is that it pays well.
Only fun part of it is being with the kids. Singing, dancing, playing, learning with them. But the stress coming from the paperworks, the boss, parents and some colleagues is draining. Wasn't paid enough too. I left.
If we're talking like I should do something productive to society, gynecologist. I think the world needs more female gynecologists who are non-judgmental. If I don't need to be a productive citizen, definitely getting paid to play Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley on my Nintendo Switch all day.
I've always said if I could go back I'd study to become a gynecologist so all of my patients can be listened to, believed, and helped.
Any remote work. Fax no printer.
I'd like to actually get paid to judge people's baby names, because I'm doing it for free already. New parents must appear before me and defend their choices. I have 2 entries, but I won't pay you. Recently a public figure from my country named her twins. Swalteza Empress, insert last name. Sumayested Royalty, insert last name. In case you don't speak Spanish, Su Alteza means, Your Highness, and Su Majestad means, Your Majesty, but she decided to make them each a single word. And of course, she had to add those second names XD the way everyone I know has been judging these names for free too lol.
Picture book illustrator.
I hope you achieve it. Own, operate dog rescue. With enough money I can pay the poop scoopers a living wage.
This is me and my mom's dream if we win the lottery. Just to open a huge dog rescue with rehab for aggressive, abused dogs and enough people paid well to be someone good for them. We've talked about doing a spay, neuter program on feral cats, too.
Artist. I'm crafty, but would love to be able to draw and paint the fantasy worlds I have inside my head.
If you can do it in your free time, you can 100% turn this into a reality. I believe in you. Remember, the upfront cost is what stinks depending on your medium. So once your name is out there, if you so choose, you can continue going the commissioned route selling.
A professional cuddler.
I'm with you.
Actress. Making movies to entertain people. Drama, comedies, action.
That is my dream too. Nailed it.
Librarian, full stop.
I became one recently. It's a very achievable dream. And I absolutely love it.
I do not dream of labor. Edit. This is a famous quote widely attributed to James Baldwin. I assumed people would get the reference and did not assume this comment would become so popular, so wanted to clarify, give credit.
Yeah, same. I just want to chill and grow my own veggies without the pressure of capitalism.
Shepherd. In middle school I used to daydream about being one all the time.
Out of curiosity, what makes you say that? It's the first time I've seen someone mention it.
Successful writer. Living in a beautiful, historic home in British Columbia. Surrounded by trees on one side and the Pacific on the other. Kids would have a wonderful tutor. Husband would have his dream woodworking shop and make furniture. The house would be filled with sunshine and love.
This is my favorite.
Working with animals' heart.
A jazz singer in old school jazz club. I have no musical abilities, I can't even keep time, rhythm,